Joe Leigh here, 4 seconds out of Grim Sickers here in the studio in Birmingham. Thanks for inviting me down. It's been good to see the different side of your life. Obviously, we've seen you at the boxing before. And yeah, you live in Birmingham, not far from me. So let's get straight into it. Yeah. This weekend, big boxing, big time heavyweight boxing's back. It's probably one of the biggest fights this year for British heavyweight. Yeah. Obviously, we've had Daniel Dubois, but Joe Joyce is right up there. And he's got Carlos Takam this weekend in Wembley, July 24th, of course. Just give us a rundown of the fight, who you think's going to win, and what you think it could do for Joyce if he was to win this fight.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight for Joyce. I also think he could have a better opponent, but Takam's he looks all right. I'm quite surprised in the shape of Takam. Looks good. I think it's an easy run up for Joe Joyce. I still think Joe Joyce is probably top 5 heavyweights in the world. I've expected a bit easier run out. I don't expect it to be. I don't think he'll knock Takam out. Takam's got a chin like granite, man. But I expect to be quite straightforward for Joyce.
I'm quite surprised because realistically, Takam, other than Takam, there's some good heavyweights out there. There's obviously Povetkin's, Dillian White's, but for Joe Joyce, he couldn't have picked a much harder opponent at this time. Yeah. When everyone else is pretty much locked up and has a fight. I think it's one of the hardest fights for him.
It is, but only for Takam's defence. Takam's chin's crazy. I know Chisora knocked him out, but he showed against Joshua he can take a punch or few. It's going to be a hard night's work, but I don't think there'll be much coming back from Takam to cause Joyce much problems, to be fair.
And if Joe Joyce was successful, who does he fight and when does he fight him? Because I spoke to him last week, and he said he thinks he can have a shot by 2022 at the world title. I think it's too far for him because of the fact that obviously AJ and Fury's tied up. Now I think he could get there eventually, but the fact that AJ and Fury potentially are going to be fighting after that, I don't think he can get a title shot in 2022.
I'd love him to see someone like Dillian White. I think them could do a good rivalry. I do think that Dillian White deserves the title shot before Joe Joyce, but so I'll be quite to be fair. I know boxing's not fair. Dillian White first Joyce, or maybe Joyce Dubois too, but I know you really don't want to fight Dubois again, and there's no need. Yeah. But there's no really place to go, really, is there?
That fight, Joe Joyce, Dillian White, is probably one of the best in the division. However, for Dillian White, it's not. He shouldn't need to. Yeah, he shouldn't need to.
Dillian White deserves a title shot ASAP. Hopefully he gets one soon, but I can't see how he's going to get one either. Unless Fury gives it the WBC, man, which is not, who knows? I don't know. That's the only way I can see him doing it,
yeah. I think everyone wants to see undisputed between him and AJ. We've been through this enough times. Yeah. I'm sick of talking about it, to be fair. Let's go on to fight camp. Ben Granados, that's a great fight at a great time for him. What do you make of it? I'm sure you'll say Conor Benn win.
Yeah, Conor Benn win, but I want to see Conor Benn step up a bit, man. I do want to see him in the likes of Porters. I do think he's one of the best welterweights in the world. And I don't know, I think Bernardo's a bit of the easy run out for him, man. I think Conor Benn's levels above that, and I would like to see him see a harder opponent. I don't know, even maybe, I know Danny Garcia's gone up, but someone along them sort of levels, man. I think Conor Benn's our next pay-per-view star. Yeah,
I think I'm going to agree with that. He's obviously been known because of his father, but coming into the game, and he can promote himself well. He speaks really well, and he makes you want to watch a fight. Even if I didn't know he was Nigel Benn's son, it makes me want to watch him, the way he talks in the build up to fights as well.
Yeah, I like it. He's got a good character, man. Can promote himself good, young, and I think he's got the world at his feet, man. I think he's the next British pay-per-view star, as I said, and I would like to see him get a bit more tested. But then again, I don't know if Eddie wants to rush him, because maybe he wants the Spencers and Crawfords to get out of the division first, and then maybe conquer in a few years.
Who were the next big 3 pay-per-view stars? And Conor Benn can be one of them. I'll ask you for 2 more. Off the back of my head, there's a couple that I could think of, but there aren't too many right now.
Britain?
UK, 2 other stars that could potentially be.
I don't know, for boxing wise, I've got to say Dalton Smith, man.
Really?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Next 5 years. Oh, you call about more sooner than
that?
No,
just the next star.
Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Sonny Edwards. Who else, man? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dalton Smith, man. He's one of my favorites. Oh, do you know I like Dennis McCann?
Yeah, Dalton Smith's talented. Dennis McCann's got the whole package.
Yeah. Maybe Dennis McCann. Let's go with Dennis McCann as well. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Jazza Dickens, Kid Galahad.
Oh, look, I love that, man.
That's a great fight for the hardcore fans, but for a world title as well. Obviously the one that Josh Warrington had.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked out too well for him. Actually, let's go on to Josh Warrington first, because it's recently been announced, literally 2 days ago. I think he's getting the rematch headlining at the stadium.
Lara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah. Bro, I think these geezers got Warrington's number. Yeah, Headingley and Leeds, yeah. I think it's got Warrington's number, man. I think it's dangerous for Warrington to go in there.
Oh, you think Warrington loses again?
Yeah, man, because you don't get knocked down like that, bro. Like, obviously, I like Warrington, a big fan. He gets big crowds in, but, bro, he got smoked that night, bro. How you going to turn around and smoking like that? He was all over the gaff. He had a long count. Come back up again. The fight should have been stopped a bit early, right? Come back again. And I think so. Is it Lara, yeah? I think Lara's got Warrington's number, man. I think it's dangerous for Warrington to take that fight. I would have took another fight, bro. Bro, it was concussive punches, bro. He was out, bro.
There's concussive punches, but then it's like one night doesn't define it. Like you look at AJ, Ruiz, the first one. Everyone has bad nights. Tyson Fury, a lot of people think he could have lost to John McDermott, like, and he's still undefeated now. You think he did? You know what I mean? There's all people have off nights. I don't know about the rematch. If you think Lara will win, that's a big statement.
Yeah, I'm saying it, man, bro. Because listen, bro, Warrington was sleeping on that floor, like, on that mat. Bro, it lost me money that night, Warrington. I remember like it was yesterday. Couple quid, man. Not as much as I spent at the bar the other day, bro. We spent a lot that night, bro. Yeah. Now, we on truth is, man, Warrington and bro, he got caught. Like, them punches are serious punches, and I've never seen Warrington get caught. And this geezer's come from Mexico, bro. It's dangerous for Warrington, man. I ain't got him in a rematch, bro.
Okay, let's do Kid Galahad Jazzy.
Yeah. But it was a great fight. I know Galahad's beat Dickens already. I think it's a different Dickens. I did think that Galahad was gonna smoke him, but you know, like Tony Belly, bro, he's fucking brainwashing me.
He loves it. He loves Jazzy.
He's brainwashing me because I'm kind of thinking, right, Dickens has got half a chance, bro.
He's got more than half. Well, it's 50-50. Like he's definitely in that fight.
He's in it, man. But Belly, you sold it to me, man. He did. But I like Galahad, man. I think Galahad deserves it, man. I feel like he beat Warrington, but he didn't steal it off. He didn't like take the crowd. He won the fight.
I'd like to see Bellew on commentary that night.
No way, bro. I don't want to hear Belly. Belly's just there.
There's like a knockdown. He's like, no, it's a slip. It's a slip.
He needs to stay away from that fight, and Galahad deserves it. I think Galahad's won the most professional boxer in the game, man. He lives and breathes the sport, bro. I've never seen him drink nothing but water for 5 years, bro. He's a nutcase, bro. But I rate Galahad, still a big fan.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Last week of fight camp is on August the 14th, and that one is Josh Buatsi. I'm not a big fan of this fight.
No, mate.
But yeah, talk me through it.
I think Buatsi's getting moved very slowly, man. I remember when he was on par with Okoli and Joshua as a superstar. I think like slowed his career down a bit. But like this, I've seen him beat Jose Barton. It's like the same geezer, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if it's boring for me, man. I think there's like the light heavyweight division's thriving right now, and they can get a bigger fight. Man.
There's a lot of light heavyweights over at BT. You could fight Anthony Yard, Lyndon Arthur, and even if you lose, who cares? Like sports is about winning and losing.
Yeah, man. And there's enough in there to have to build a legacy of fighters from British
legacy fights. I think.
Yeah,
Callum Johnson as well.
Craig Richards,
Shaq Pitters.
Shaq Pitters, bro, man. Cause bro, come on, man. Like we don't even need to go overseas for these fights. So I'm a bit gutted, but hopefully Buatsi gets the win and then we can push forward.
Of course, I just think like the level he's at, fighting someone like a Craig Richards or a Shaq Pitters, it's a great fight, and also it gets like the casual audiences. Like no one's gonna know Reece Palatnis.
Nah, no one. Obviously, man's nerdy. I know who he is.
No, other than like us hardcore fans.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just feel like the division's thriving. It's probably the best British division right now, and you can make a real. I wouldn't mind seeing a tournament with them guys, innit? Like a super series with all them, man. And bro, it's a joke, man. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah. What else have we got this year? Obviously, Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3 was meant to happen this weekend after the Takam Joyce fight on BT. Pushed back to October the 9th now. A bit frustrating.
Yeah. Do you know what? Wilder, bro. I never heard so much shit come out of a boxer's mouth in my life, bro. Like Wilder, man, the brand's rubbish, bro. Like saying people's cheated and that. I like Fury. If he's got COVID, he's got COVID. But Wilder, man, you've been like pissing on man's name for 6 months, and I think he's ruined his whole brand. I think he's gonna get smoked anyway. So, I feel like Wilder with Malik Scott and that you can't change at 36 years old, bro. It's like me starting to sing next week with Gala right here, bro. It's not gonna work, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be an R&B singer it's late in my career. So what's Wilder gonna change his style for?
The only thing that the only reason I could understand what Wilder's done is it's built up the fight. For example, if he said, fair and square, I've lost twice or I lost the second fight, then no one's going to want to watch the third fight. But the fact that he's didn't speak in the press conference, he's been making all these excuses. More people want to see him get punched in the face, and more people are going to buy it because of that.
Do you think though? Let me interview you for a second. Do you think it's because of the tickets? Or not?
That's what it's all about. The fact that he's blaming his costume, blaming his trainer, blaming the potentially, well, not really potential, that he said Tyson Fury had like stuff in his gloves, bricks or whatever. Yeah. That's all to sell the third fight. Yeah, 100%. That's all to sell the third fight.
I thought it was typical. Someone printed up like a map of the seats. There's a lot of seats left. Right?
In the second one?
Third one.
So the third one didn't sell properly.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, man.
Did the second one sell well? I'm pretty sure it did.
It did. Yeah, I think it did.
I think the first one wasn't great because not a lot of people knew Deontay Wilder were. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the second one did all right. And then Deontay Wilder has to sell the third one because no matter who you are, if you fought someone twice, there needs to be a narrative for the third fight. So that's why he's sort of made everyone hate him. Similar to kind of like, you know, how McGregor fought Poirier for the third time, broke his leg. And like to a lot of people, that's a narrative for that fourth fight because it didn't end like... It wasn't like a dominant finish by Poirier.
Do you think, I know you're a big UFC fan, I'm going to flip the interview. Do you think McGregor's got much more in the tank?
Yeah, 100%.
I was speaking to Gala the other day, he's telling me he's done.
There's the Diaz fight, there's the Dos Anjos fight, there's multiple people.
Nick Diaz? What about coming back?
Not Nick Diaz.
Not Nick Diaz. What would you think?
Lawler.
Yeah, that's a big fight, right?
That's a good fight. That's for like the fans that have been riding with him for a long time. I started watching UFC when I think I was 14, and I've never seen him fight. I'm 20 now, so I've never seen him fight live.
Bad boy.
So it's good to see him back.
Yeah, man, it's good. Big up UFC. I think UFC as a brand of boxing need to take a leaf out of their book. And there's a lot of big fights, bro, like weekly. And we're flipping, you got to beat 3 man to even get a big fight, bro.
It's a completely different sport, but I feel like Eddie Hearn's trying to definitely create a similar model with, obviously, he's over at the Zone, but he's got his own production team at Matchroom now, and he's trying to do things similar to the UFC, because they have a lot of production in build-ups to fights and everything like that. Yeah. All right, cool. Good to speak to you.
Bro, we need to do this weekly, man. You're up here. We'll do that weekly. We've got man, big at the young talents, Jay-Z coming through, getting shut out on boxing with Gala right there. He don't want his boat on there, but coming through, man. Joe Leigh is one of the next biggest boxing prospects as well. Sicker said that greatest.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.